right, Rich from 2RC Productions here, and I'm here with Ryan.
Sup?
So we're doing another unboxing here. This is my Christmas gift from my wife. The ECX Torment 110 scale two-wheel drive short course truck, brushed edition, LiPo compatible. There's actually 4 versions of this truck, for those of you who may not know. The first version was Electrics RC, which was the same company, but a name change. That was the first edition of this truck. It came out, and it was extremely cheap. I think when it first came out, it was like $129 or something. Came with a basic 2.4 gigahertz radio, cheaper charger, had a wall charger, but it was cheaper, and they upgraded some parts since then, the drive shafts and stuff like that. It had some issues, but the basic chassis design has been the same. They didn't have these tires. They had the shootouts, but they didn't have the white walls. The body looked different. The color combinations were totally different. That was the first one. Then they came with the second one, which they upgraded a little bit. Had the 2.4 gigahertz radio, had the 2 amp dynamite charger with it, which is awesome. In fact, I might have it here so I can show it. Yeah. Dynamite charger. It's this model here that comes with the Vitera. This came in Ryan's Vitera. It's a really cool charger, and it's definitely cool for a ready to run. And they had the DX2E Spectrum, and then they upped the price a little bit. That one was more expensive. I think it went up to like 150 or something. And then they got rid of the DX2E, and they went back to, I believe they went back to this style, the ECX radio, which is a good radio, 2.4 gigahertz. And then they recently, the price went up to 179. So the price was really climbing. It was shooting up. Then recently, what you're seeing here, if you notice, this box says Horizon Hobby. There is no ECX designation anywhere on this box other than on the car. And it does say ECX Torment, but it's Horizon Hobby now. It's huge on the box. Used to be ECX. So this is the newest one. And, oh, I forgot to tell you about the motor. The older version had a 20-turn dynamite motor. And the newer one, it's been a while, but when they came out with the new tires with the white walls, they went to a 15-turn to give it a little more boost. They upgraded the drive shafts, gave it some better parts. The box has changed again. The price recently dropped back $10 down to $169, which is what this is. And the reason is they dropped off the 2 amp charger and they put in a chromey wall charger again. So you save $10, which I would have rather just paid the $10 more and get the charger because it's a good charger for $10. But it doesn't affect me much because I have a bunch of quick chargers. So anyway, I have been wanting this truck for quite some time, and it's on my list with a bunch of other RCs. And it just so happened when the wife and I were shopping and went into the hobby shop, I kind of looked at what he had, and he happened to have one of these left in this green and black and white combination, which I absolutely love. He had one left, so I went with this one. She asked me which one I wanted, and we pick a certain amount of money for each of us, and this fit into the range that we were spending, so it was perfect. So anyway, it comes with a charger, it's a chromey charger. You definitely want to upgrade if you get that. If you get this kit. It comes with waterproof electronics. Tons of options to upgrade. It's LiPo compatible out of the box. You can run a LiPo. You can upgrade this, put a brushless motor in it. The gears are good for brushless. Out of the box with a 15-turn. They say 20 miles per hour. About 25 with a 2S LiPo. And one of the reasons that I wanted this is I don't have a 110 scale short course truck. Hey Ryan, can you grab my 118 Torment? I have a short course truck. The only other short course truck I have is the 118 Torment, which you guys have seen. And it's a fantastic truck. We've had it over 2 years now. Not an issue. I love the look of it. And I always love the look of this short course truck. So I wanted to get this. And the other thing is every review that I've ever read, there's not a lot of video on this on YouTube, but every review that I've ever read says that this car is one of the most bulletproof bashers that you could buy. I mean, guys like brutal, like smashing into block walls with it and everything, and nothing happening, not breaking. I don't treat my vehicles that bad, So that, you know, that's telling me that this is going to be a great platform to start with. And I like the look of it so much that I think I'm going to actually, you know, do some upgrades and maybe some aluminum parts and maybe go brushless eventually. I'm not a big brushless guy. I like brush motors. I might stick with the brush and just get like a killer brush motor, maybe upgrade to speed controller or something. I don't know. But for now, it's one that I wanted in my collection. And for the price, $169.99, fully ready to run, battery charger, batteries for the controller, 2.4 gigahertz radio. You cannot beat it. So I'm going to unbox this baby now and get a look at it. I cut the tape. Ooh, man, is that pretty. I've seen this before on display and stuff, but obviously this one's mine, and it makes it that much more special. This thing is just so pretty. The body is, I mean, it's humongous. If you compare this to other 110 scale vehicles, it's absolutely humongous. Okay, here's the radio. And you guys have seen this many times. I have a few of these. The Spectrum DX2E radio, which is a great starter radio. The electronics itself are great. The range is great. The only thing I don't care for, like I've said before, is no grip on the wheel. But I solved that with a Kirby vacuum belt. You can see on one of my other posts on Google Plus I posted that a Kirby vacuum belt fits right over this. Absolutely perfect. That makes nice rubber grip. So I had a couple of those. I got to get a couple more of them. And I will put one on. So Spectrum DX2E radio. Awesome radio for a ready to run. Got that. You can see here, here's the box with the, this is going to be the Chromie wall charger I was telling you about. It's functional. If this is all you have, it'll get you going. But these are just, you know, I don't know what milliamp rating this thing is per hour on the charge rate, but I mean, there's no lights, there's no nothing. I mean, it's as cheap as it gets. Probably what I'll do is throw it out and I'll cut the EC3 connector off and use it for something else. So that's kind of a waste in my opinion. Let me get this cardboard out of the front here and get down to the reason why I wanted this. Obviously is the truck. Even if they had the older ECX 2.4 gigahertz radio I was telling you about, would have been fine. Get this out of the way. Want to take that box out of the way, Ray?
Yep.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, dropped our Airhawks Hypertrax radio. Oh man, this thing is just awesome. It's so massive. I'm gonna move the camera down here so you can get a better angle of this thing. I absolutely love the profile of this truck. I love the profile of the short course truck in general. It's a 110 scale chassis. It's got a wide track, but when you put the body on this, I mean, this thing is huge. It's like next to other 110 vehicles. I'll get another vehicle and put it next to, say, I'll put it next to my. I'll show you the Duratrax EXT2. Now you just look, that's a 110 scale rig. I mean, the wheelbase is shorter, the track is shorter, the body is like tiny next to this thing. It almost it's like a 1/8 scale almost. The thing is so huge. So anyway, I love the soft plush suspension on them. I love the stance on this thing. It sits up a little higher in the front and lower in the back, just like the real one. I love the wheels. It's got a cool looking wheel, just black, which is fine. But the tires are Speed Tread Shootout. Super rough, man. They're pretty firm. Pretty firm tire. They got inserts in them. It's telling me that it'll do pretty good in the dirt and gravel and also on the road, on the tarmac. But I love the stance. This truck is just so cool looking. And for the money, I mean, to give you an example, the 124th scale micro trail trekker, which is a cool vehicle, is $150. So for $20 more, you got a truck, a basher, that I know it's a different category, but just give you an idea of the price. $169. Super plush suspension. Awesome looking body detail on the body. Big, huge, massive rear bumper. The body does stick out on the sides past the bumper, which probably not too much of an issue unless you're running in reverse full speed. It has a huge bumper in the front, also real flexible. You know, it's better to have stuff flexible, so if you hit something, it'll give. If this was real brittle, you'd smash it, and boom, the plastic would shatter. So real plush suspension, but let's take the body off and get a look at this chassis. And this is a proven chassis that's been around for a long time. A lot of guys don't like ECX. They're going to go, oh man, that thing's garbage, man. The Traxxas Slash. Well, I like Traxxas too, but I could have bought a Slash and I could have bought this. And over the years when I've been looking at this, I always go back to this truck over the Slash. I just love the look of it better. I just think it's, in my opinion, it's just a cooler truck to me. I know a lot of guys are going to say, no way, man, the Slash is better. But to me, it's everybody's opinion. I like this truck better. It's got the little scale rubber mud flaps on there. Looks like one of my screws pulled out of there, out of the mud flap. There it is. Just pops right back on there. It's got the 15-turn brush can motor, which is going to give it a little bit of punch over the 20-turn. Should be a lot more low-end punch. Like I said, 20 miles per hour with the standard nickel metal hydride to give you an 1800 milliamp, which is cool. EC3 connector, waterproof speed controller. Looks like that thing is double-faced tape and it's not stuck, so I'm going to have to put a little bit of glue on there. It's sticking, but it'll come off. I'm going to put a little glue on there, which sometimes you have to do that stuff. The other thing you need to do with any ready-to-run you buy is go through. I don't see any oil leaking. I know these things have a tendency to have oil leaking out of the shocks. I don't see anything. You have to go through and check all your fasteners, check your gear mesh, and break in the brush motor, especially on this one on a 15-turn higher speed vehicle. You want to break the motor in so it lasts, so it doesn't crap out on you in 2 weeks. Let's see. This suspension is definitely plush, but a little bit too soft for me. I like firm suspension on all my vehicles, so I am going to put preload spacers in this and get this thing jacked up a little bit more so it's a little stiffer and take the jumps a little better. They got this little cover here, protects the servo and radio gear, and then you got this battery tray with the twist off, which is awesome. This is one of their patented design. You don't have to have the body clips for it, and it pops off. It's awesome. The tray is big enough to fit a LiPo. Also, waterproof electronics, like I said. It's got a slipper clutch. You can adjust that. Awesome looking tires. Got the side guards on there, so in case you get a hit from the side. Nice flexible body post. So, real cool truck. I'll be doing more updates on this thing. I'll be doing run videos on it. I love the chassis. I love this truck. It's one of the units now I can take off of my list of wants for my collection. Now I have it, so I thank my wife for that. And that's it. You got the DX2E there. You got a little bag here with some preload spacers, couple servo horns, 4-way wrench. Looks like a little spacer for the battery to go in the battery. Some Torment ECX stickers, which is cool. And then the ECX Torment manual, which, let's tear it in a little bit. I want to see if it has a breakdown. Some of the manuals just show you how to run it, and some of them actually give you a breakdown on the parts in case you need to take it apart. Yeah, this one does not give you a breakdown. Oh, yes, it does. I'm sorry. And this is very important and a good move by ECX. They don't have, it's not a fancy manual like Traxxas. Traxxas manuals are incredible. I mean, they spend a lot of time and money in making those things extra thorough and colorful and all that. This is just black and white, but to be honest, that's all you need. You don't need to have any real fancy stuff for this. It shows you all the parts. It numbers everything. It shows you how to take everything apart, where all the parts are, in case something breaks. You can dismantle it, and you're not sitting there like, how do I take care of, especially if you're a beginner and you've never ripped an RC apart. It can be very intimidating. So this way you have everything in the instruction manual to show you how to take it apart with numbers and everything, so if you have to order a part. So, alright guys, it's the 1/10 scale ECX Torment 2-wheel drive brush version, and it's mine. It's in the 2RC production studio, and I absolutely love this truck, and I'm looking forward to running it and doing some modifications on it. So thanks for watching, guys. Merry Christmas 2015. This was my Christmas gift here. Thanks again, everybody, for the support. We're at like 956 subscribers now, Christmas morning. So till next time, Rich from 2RC Productions signing off. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment in no particular order. Thanks for watching.